Okay, why don't we get started? Good evening. Welcome to the Easton School
Recording in
Planning.
progress.
Welcome to the Easton School Planning Committee meeting of Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. In an act relative to extending certain state of emergency accommodations, this meeting will be conducted remotely over Zoom. Attendance by committee members will be remote, and remote attendance shall count towards quorum. The meeting will be broadcast live and recorded on ECAT, and the meeting is open to the public. So good evening. First item on the agenda are the minutes of February 15th, 2023. Does anyone have any questions or comments? I can't see everyone, so just call out if you have anything.
Billy Silbright, I was not in attendance at the last meeting.
Okay, thank you, Billy. Anyone have any comments or questions? Okay, then I'll take a motion to approve the minutes of February 15th, 2023.
So moved, Fulgenetti.
Second? Okay, roll call vote. O'Neill?
Yes.
Cabral?
Yes.
Weintraub?
Yes.
Cedarbaum?
Yes.
Fulgenetti?
Yes.
Helen?
Yes.
Is Tim Vamosa here? I can't see you. No. Ken Carlson here?
I am.
Okay, Carlson?
Yes.
Billy, do you want to vote on these?
Abstain.
Okay, and Wiseman, yes. Thank you. So the next item, construction progress update. Walter?
Good evening. Can everyone, Jackie, can you see the screen share?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. All right, so we'll run through some pictures of what's been going on over the last month. So if anyone is driven by the site, you'll notice that the building is gone, but here are some photos of the building in Old Parkview in progress of being demolished. All of the abatement was completed first. Clearances were received on the first half of the building in early February, and then later in February, the second half of the building. So they worked east to west. Here's some pictures on the left, loading out the remaining steel and remaining scrap, and then over on the right, just the asphalt remaining from the parking and play area that was on the western side of Parkview. You can see some more demolition activities. You can see the water line in there that they were using to keep the dust down. So that was great. The filter swaps were going on at the RTUs once a week at the new building. So that was great as well. And then over here, you see some of the site work being cleaned up over on the Bankston Street paper road on the left, and then another view of that area on the right. You can see the comparison from February 14th to March 14th. So quite a lot of work done in just a month. We're hoping that progress continues over the next month, and we'll keep everyone updated as we go through there. So we'll jump right into cash flow and schedule update. Billed to date, 72.24 million. MSBA reimbursement to date, 29.52 million. Pending MSBA audit is 1.04 million. And that is where we are at on the cash flow. So heading right towards a good finish and a strong finish. What's left on the look ahead, phase one punch list, very little millwork remaining. In fact, it's really just some marker boards that need to be put up that have some millwork trim around them. So those will be going up as soon as the boards are in hand. Very final lighting control programming is wrapping up with lighting control training to take place following that. Exterior sidewalk caulking will likely take place once all the sidewalks are done and good weather. You really need it to be dry and not dirty out there. So the sidewalks will need to be cleaned prior so that they can get that in. Signage, some exterior signage is ongoing at the building. That's looking to wrap up, if not prior to April vacation, during April vacation. And then just the remainder of the punch list. We received an update today from Brate Builders that they were around in their, what they believe is about 240 to 250 items left on their punch list. They're working on those as they move through, but they are also attacking some of the larger items during the April vacation. So that's why that is not going to be complete before April, because some of them items are not very invasive, but some of them are invasive. They really can't be done overnight. They need a couple days to attack them. So they'll be in there during the April vacation. Phase 2 site work, site to subgrade is in progress. Water line, water loop is in progress for the fire hydrants. Upcoming, you'll see footings for playground structures going in the very near future at the front corner of the building. Playground resilient surfacing would follow that after grading in that area. Underground utilities are ongoing. Sod and lawn placement. I think we have a date of 4/17 for the most western field, so where the septic leaching area is, and then 4/24 is what we've been told for the athletic fields. So we'll see those right around then. Plantings will be ongoing. Irrigation is going to actually start next week, so on the 20th. And then installation of playfield equipment, so benches, dugouts, canopies, backstops, that'll be ongoing. Prior to sod, fencing, they'll be wrapping up some fencing early next week, ornamental fencing near where the trailers are currently, and then also out at the retention pond at Columbus Ave, at the Columbus Ave intersection. And a tentative date for binder for the bus loop is 3/27. So they're working very hard to achieve that date and getting the utilities in, and then getting that roadway up to subgrade. They have about a quarter of the bus loop complete from where they left off on phase 1. And then it's really just connecting from more or less the bus drop off at the gymnasium right there, and then out to the connection at around the fields, and then out to the parking area. So moving right along on all of that phase 2 work, which is great. Contingency update. So change orders to date for the project, 1.988 million. Current exposure of $287,000, about $1.5 million available in just construction contingency. Soft cost contingency still sitting right at where we were before. That exposure is just the couple of remaining buyouts for items that have been approved by the technical review committee that just need final authorization from the select board. So those will be going, I believe, on March 27th at their meeting on that day. And then bid savings remaining where we were at that point in time. So very good right now. About half of the contingent, a little more than half of the contingency has been expended or is accounted for. 5.1% of the project time is left, and we have about 46% of the contingency available. So we're in great shape as we head to the finish line here. No discretionary PCOs at this point in time for the review of the SPC. And then a quick FF&E and IT budget update. What you see here is of the 900 that was authorized by this group, by the select board, 14,121 remaining. Some of that has been accounted for in the highlighted items in yellow. These will be going to the select board for approval. We've been talking about them. It's a chair swap, floor mats, and then the CAF2 projector integration. So that's the installation, the projector itself under the ramp, which was not bought through the project. It was, we had to make adjustments as we went through. We do have 2 credits that are accounting for the remainder of that scope being able to fit in there. So we're tracking all 4 of those items. 2 of them will be contract and 2 will be taken care of as we invoice through that contractor. So we're just under that authorization as PMA is tracking it, about $3,000 under, $2,900 under the authorization. So we don't have anything else right now at this point in time on FF&E, so moving right along. Wastewater treatment plant construction closeout update. We are awaiting 2 VFDs. They are in programming at this point in time. Closeout documentation is in review, and PMA and Perkins Eastman have reviewed open PCOs with the Rogan company, and we are routing change order 2 at this point in time. That will be going to the select board for final approval on 327, and hoping that we have possibly one or two more requisitions with them to close them out. But the only item we know of right now that's not complete is the VFDs for the blowers. So they're operating. The VFDs will just make them operate in their final condition. So we're good on that end. And then I'm going to leave it there before we head to the other items. And Jackie, I'll turn it over to you guys if you have any new items for business, or if the PMA team, Chris or Chad, or if the Perkins team, Dawn and Dan, have any new items.
Anyone have anything they'd like to ask, comment on? Again, I can't see everyone, so please feel free just to shout out.
Nothing on my end. It's Dawn. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Dawn.
Hey, Dawn.
The video that ECAT did was really great, so I encourage everyone to check that out on ECAT's website or on their YouTube channel. It came out really, really nicely. Anything else?
Dan, nothing for us?
Okay.
Not today.
Right. Sorry, I know I ran through that quick, but we do have our next two meetings tentative or scheduled, but April 19th. So that'll be, is that 9 days, 8 days before, 9 days before phase 2 substantial completion. So we will have a very clear picture of where we're at for this committee at that point in time. And if there's anything that comes up in the meantime, we'll be sure to reach out. We will have a meeting on May 17th. Very likely we'll have very little business at that point in time to go over. But we do want everyone to just be aware that we are tracking that date for the next, we haven't had that on the meeting minutes, so we're just tracking that date the third week in May, so May 17th. And then we got the year right this time.
Walter, it's Dawn. Is
Yep.
April 19th, that's school vacation week, I think?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Just so that, I don't know if folks, from the town and schools will be away.
Yep.
Hopefully
We can-
taking a break.
Certainly we can, if we need to adjust that date, let us know. If you want to discuss that here, Jackie, let us know. We can adjust that date if need be.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone thinks that that's going to be a problem, going forward, just email me and then we can discuss an alternative date. As long as we can make a quorum for that meeting, we might as well keep it just to keep everything on schedule, but just let me know.
How many people do we need for a quorum?
7.
Okay.
Are those meetings in person or virtual?
That's a good question, Anne. We don't know
Thank
yet.
Okay.
So the state of emergency accommodations are set to expire the end of this month. There is a bill right now in the legislature, I believe, to extend it. We don't know if they're going to or not. So that's actually a really good point for the April 19th meeting. If they don't extend it and it does have to be in person, that might be more difficult for people. So why don't we do this? Why don't I see where we are at the end of the month, and then I can send out an email and just check people's availability and we can go from there.
Sounds good.
Anything else?
That's everything from the PMA team, unless Chad or Chris have something else.
Sam,
Yeah.
everything going good?
Everything's moving along, going nicely.
Good. All right, well, then if there's nothing else, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
Cabral, so moved.
Do I have a second?
Peterbaum second.
Roll call vote, O'Neill,
Yes.
Cabral,
Yes.
Weintraub,
Yes.
Cedarbaum,
Yes.
Fulgenetti,
Yes.
Helen,
Yes.
Sabri,
Yes.
Carlson,
Yes.
and Wiseman is yes. Well, this was very quick. I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Everybody.